So in a way that's good because it's a sure decision.
Yeah.
That's the direction I'm going to go in. It's very clear from the book and what was in the script. And Tom is suffering from, guilty survivor complex as well. Why did he live and so many others didn't? And so he kind of makes a pact with God that if he survives the war, he won't harm another human again.
And then things get complicated. He marries Isabel. She joins him, lives in the lighthouse. They miscarry a couple of children. And then we get this incredible moral dilemma where a boat is washed up. The father of a child is and dead. The child is still alive. And Tom knows what happens next. It's a terrible idea from the start, but it happens anyway.
Yeah, he's a character that's got a very strong moral compass. He knows right from wrong. The circumstances that lead up to the choice of whether to keep the baby or not are pretty extreme ones. And basically he's worried about the health of his wife. And of course what turns out to be their own private island, a romantic sort of getaway for the two of them, and things are pretty idyllic for a spell, turns into somewhat of a prison when they start to experience the concept that they might never be able to have a family, which is what they both desperately want.
There's a plot which we won't reveal, but there's a wonderful, unexpected twist when things get really tough. And in the end, there is a real proper conclusion, which is really satisfying. And I think there's got to be room sometimes for a film that's, quite long and quite gently paced in amongst the kind of stuff we get to see at the cinema these days. It was a really enjoyable watch, I thought.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that because I totally agree. I was a huge fan of Derek's work, Derek C. in France, the director. And so I had sort of made it known that I'd love to work with him, and then the script arrived. And as you say, I love the pacing of Derek's films, but the story here and the central characters I found to also be very sort of refreshing in the fact that there's no villain or good guy. It's, just ordinary people trying to navigate life the best way they can. Certain obstacles come in their way, and it's the decisions they make and the consequences that follow. So yeah, it's a real human story, and that's what appealed to me.
Three central characters played by great actors, of course, Alicia Vikander and Rachel Weisz. So that really is quite a triangle of acting talent and the characters. Alicia says that she took the role in this film because she wanted to work with you. And have you taken a role in your career because, at least in part, the other people involved you wanted to be around?
Absolutely. There's two choices that I make, and it's the script and the director. It was, case with Steve McQueen. There's so many. I mean, I've been so lucky. Andrea Arnold, Ridley Scott, David Cronenberg, Justin Kurzel. I mean, I've been spoiled.
It's not that
good. Yeah, I've been spoiled.
Now, you have, I think it's 5 movies here. And then promoting the films you've already made, which is sometimes like years ago when you did them. This is like a couple of years old.
I don't have much of a social life, I suppose. Yeah, it's been a really busy last 6 years, I suppose, all in all.
Yeah.
I just, I love my job. I'm very sort of passionate about it, so it doesn't seem like work.
Yeah. And about as far removed as you can get, I imagine, from the Like Between Oceans, you have Assassin's Creed coming December 21st. What can you tell us about that? You co-produced this, didn't you? So
both characters aren't afraid of heights. Both Tom Sherborne and Cal/Aguilar. I met the guys from Ubisoft in 2011, I believe it was, and I'm not a gamer. I was aware of Assassin's Creed from efforts that I'd seen and posters, but I really didn't know anything about it. And then the guys from Ubisoft started to tell me the principles behind the game, the world, the universe, and I was just fascinated. The concept of DNA memory, that that we hold the DNA of our ancestors in our bodies and therefore have their memories within us. And by use of the animus, we can travel back to their time period. And then on top of that, you've got the concept of Templars and Assassins, these two belief systems, and both of them battling for the future of humanity. I was like, well, that sounds like good cinema to me. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Ridley Scott. Alien Covenant comes out next August, and who knew from that first film we could keep those alien stories going this long? But I'm really glad they have. Do you remember the first Alien film?
Yes.
Because I mean, that scared me absolutely witless. Tough to keep the scare and the story as good as it was in the very beginning.
Totally. I remember very clearly the first time I saw it. My parents would allow me to watch certain films that were above my age bracket, but with Alien they allowed it, and I just remember the scene where the neomorph or whatever that creature is bursts out of John Hurt's stomach. I mean, it's just ingrained in my memory. And so what I think Ridley's done on this one is take elements of the first Alien for sure, that sort of horror element, and then has merged it with the scale of Prometheus. So yeah, I'm really excited to see it.
The Light Between Oceans, it's out in a couple of weeks. Lovely story, beautifully acted, highly recommend it. Michael Fassbender, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Joins Jonathan Ross on the Art Show with Nick's buried treasure artist Tessa Farmer talking about her latest work amongst other things. And now, classic jukebox hits. We are serious mixing for the next 20.
you later. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Towers. How can I help?
Oh, good afternoon. It's Paul, the driver from the bed company.
From the what? Sorry, the bed company.
Bed company. Just let you know
Yeah.
that I'll be with you with your beds in about 45 minutes.
Right, okay then.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Can't get much tighter than this, can you? The owner here is a radio amp. He passed away about a year and a half ago. He's still got loads of aerials up though. Aerials all over the place.